Welcome to the Morgan Cooking Show. Today Morgan's gonna cook.
Have you ever had a hankering for homemade egg noodles?
Oh,
Well, let me
yeah.
tell you something. Today we're gonna make those. And then we come over to my pot over here. And would you like to know what's exactly in this pot?
Yeah, tell us how to make it. What are we gonna make first?
First, we have to make the broth.
Okay.
As you see here, it's full of stuff.
Oh, so you've already got some going. How did you make this broth?
Well, let me tell you here. You put in some bouillon, chicken bouillon cubes.
How many?
5 to be exact.
What else? What do you use for liquid?
You use water.
How much water?
About half.
Half a pan full?
Yep.
Okay, what else?
Then you use salt and pepper. But how I say it is pepper and salt.
Okay. What's that stuff floating around in there?
Oh, that stuff is pepper, salt, and chicken breast.
Oh, you use chicken breasts?
Yeah.
Can you use other types of chicken too, or just chicken breasts?
Just chicken breast.
They make the best?
Yes.
Okay.
As you see, the chicken breast is here.
Mm-hmm. About how long should I cook, or what kind of temperature, or how long should I cook it?
Which one would you like to know first?
What kind of temperature? What should I do?
You put it up to high first,
Okay.
so let it get a slow boil. And then when it starts to turn like this, turn it down to low.
Okay.
And then let it sit for like a half hour or so.
Okay, so your broth is going now. What do you do during that half hour?
Well, you come over here to my doughing station. And then, you see as we got here, we got some dough already.
Okay, how did you make that dough? How'd you start out?
Well, we started out with some eggs.
You got a method for this?
Yep, the 2-2-4-8 method.
Okay, how many eggs do we start with?
We start with 2 eggs.
2 eggs in the pan.
2 tablespoons of
Teaspoons or tablespoons?
teaspoons.
Okay, so you got 2 eggs.
Baking powder.
Very good. So 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of baking powder.
And 2 tablespoons of
Well,
canola oil.
wouldn't that be 222 or is it 224?
That was this.
How many tablespoons?
Out of 2.
Okay.
Then there's another 2.
How much canola oil should we put in there?
And this is the other 2.
Okay.
And then
How many
then
tablespoons?
we put in like, let's say 7.
What's your method again? Your 2? Okay, 4 tablespoons? All right, so we got... All right, that's fine. Let's go back and look. We had 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 4 tablespoons of canola oil, and what's your 8 come in?
The 8 commit is 8 tablespoons of water.
Okay, so 2248. Gotcha. So those are your liquids. What are we going to do with the liquids once we get them in that bowl?
We mix it up until it turns yellow.
What are you mixing with?
We mix it with a whisk.
Okay, a whisk. Okay, so you turn it. How many minutes should we whisk that thing?
Yeah, like for a couple minutes.
Okay, a couple minutes. All
Then it
right.
turns yellow.
You got a yellow liquid there in the bowl.
And then we add some flour.
How many cups of flour should I start with?
2.
2? Okay. But what does that do when you add the liquids to the flour?
It gets stiff. So then you add flour until it doesn't stick to your pan.
So I'm going to sit there and just stir it till it gets so it doesn't stick to my hands?
Yep.
Okay.
And then you come over here to the dough and punch, punch, flat, fold. Punch, punch, fold. Punch, punch, fold.
What is that going to do to the dough? Is it going to get it full of flour?
Yeah. So
Okay.
and then you roll it out with a rolling pin.
And that's where you're at right now, right? You're at the rolling pin station. Okay. So once you've got that done, I see that you put some flour on top. Now is that just so the noodles don't stick together after you cut them or what?
That's for they don't stick together when you're rolling it.
Okay.
And then we come here, so we spin the dough around.
Okay.
Spread it around.
So is it ready to go?
Yep.
What's the next part?
You have to let my dad do the cleaver stuff. Because, little kids, can't touch certain stuff. Or
Okay.
else-
Well, I'm going to change cameramans here and let our new cameraman take over. And I'm going to help you. So I should start rolling this, right?
Right. Just let me get a towel real quick so I can hand my stuff off.
So does it matter how tight I roll it or?
No, not really.
Am I doing all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to roll it.
You keep it
Okay. Oh yeah, I can see where it's not going to stick now.
Now you can see it.
So now what do I do? I get this long tube full of flour.
Then you grab some flour off of here and start sprinkling it.
Okay. What do I have to do to make the noodles?
You have to cut.
Okay.
Cleave it.
Okay. Tell me if I'm doing this right. So we got 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32.
Okay. So we got the cleaver part done.
Let's show them one of our noodles.
Okay. Go ahead and just open that up all the way.
Spread it out here.
Yeah, we're going to lay them flat. Okay, so you both unroll them and lay them out.
Whoa, like a Tootsie Roll roll.
And it doesn't matter how we lay them because they're all floury, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to stick to each other anymore. Okay.
Then we roll them out again.
Roll them all out there.
Roll them out, Jimmy. Roll them out, Jimmy. Roll them out, Jimmy. Yeah, sorry, my old friend singer used to sing that.
Yeah, roll them out, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Did you write that song?
Yeah.
I figured you did. It sounds like a word song. So I noticed these things really aren't going to stick together. What helps to keep them sticking together? What's
Flour.
flour? Okay. Those would be some good looking noodles.
They are going to be. Whoa.
This is what, your second time you made this dish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry I wasn't here the first night. My co-host was here because I had to have a date with him to make sure he was the right.
The right coach? You had a date with your co-host? Did your dad know about this and your mom? Ah. That's a little secret for me here, guys. Okay, so look at this. We got this big pile of noodles now.
And one that's really fat.
Do you think our stock's ready?
Maybe.
Looks like it's got a good boil. Cameron, why don't you come over on this side? And Morgan,
Scoop
why don't
me
you...
over there.
Now you can go ahead and sit down. Now, I remember the last time you showed me how to do this. We just dropped them in one at a time.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move your spoon out of there. Okay, so I'll just drop them in there.
Like this.
Let's take a look at a couple. We'll just drop a couple and see what's happening.
Make sure they don't splat.
Yeah, that'll be hot. Oh, they're starting to rise to the top of the pan. Can you see that?
Yeah, that's
So they're already cooking. Okay.
And what do we do with this leftover dough if we have it?
We aren't going to have any. We're going to have a lot of noodles we're going to have. Nice one.
Yeah.
Now, how do you plan on serving this when you go to eat it? What's the best way to serve these chicken and egg noodles?
With a spoon?
Well, I know, but I mean, you can have anything
Like-
else with it?
No, not really.
You got any other dishes maybe to mix with them? What's a good dish to put in there?
I'd say
Mashed potatoes?
mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Can you put it right on top of the mashed potatoes?
Maybe.
Okay, why don't you give that a stir, Morgan?
I can't put this one in.
Okay.
Well, we do have some leftovers.
Slowly stir. There you go, so you don't break them all up. Look at those egg noodles already forming in that pan. Can you see those? Cameraman, can you see those egg noodles floating in there?
Yes.
Now let's slowly add some noodles while we're stirring them.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you. So now we know how to make homemade egg noodles. Let me just, you started with the pan, you fill it half full of water, put 5 bouillon cubes, chicken bouillon cubes, and then you put some chicken breasts, about 2 pounds, 3 pounds. Okay. Fill it half full of water, and then you said salt and pepper. And then, what temperature was on high first?
Yeah.
And take it to what?
Low when it starts, so you get it to a low boil.
Low boil. Okay, so you low boil, then run it down to low. You said, well, we let it cook, and I think you had your your sauce running or your stock running for maybe a half an hour. And then you mixed up your noodles. You did a 2-2-4-8 method. So you had 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. You had 4 tablespoons of canola oil and 2-2-4-8 tablespoons of water.
Yep.
And that
Did
made
you see that fall?
yeah, it did. It was like a humdinger, wasn't it? So you used your whisk, you whisked all that up, and you added some flour to it, and made a big dough ball.
Yep.
And what's the important part about how much flour to add when you're making the dough ball? You don't want to stick to your hands, do you?
No.
Okay, so then you laid it out here on this floured marble top, and you punched it and you folded it, you punched it and you folded it, and then you rolled it all out, and you made your egg noodles.
Next to be exact.
So, I think we got lunch here. What do you think?
Me too. Catch you later.
Bye.